Welcome to another Scene World unboxing. As usual, I've removed some of the packaging to speed up the process. So let's have a look inside. Box. So, here we have mono for the Commodore 64, cartridge only and PAL only. Helps play Skillet mono to save the universe. Vertical shoot 'em up, original soundtrack, 6 challenging levels, unique scoring system, 50 frames per second fluent gameplay, copyright 2018, Clay Spoerri and Raphael Graf. So inside the box we have the mono cartridge. It's a bit difficult to see on camera. That's better, you can see it in the light now. The black cartridge case has mono info at the top. Here are the instructions and a nice little extra. You can see number 13, unlucky for some, is this metal mono badge, which is a nice touch. Now, there's been a few comments online about the price of this release, and I personally would like to say that I don't feel it was excessive. It was quite high for a cartridge game, but when you compare it with the RGCD games, it's reasonably well priced. So then, instruction manual, which is a little different fold out. Always insert the cartridge with the mono logo facing up. Move the ship joystick port 2 or A at WSD on keyboard, joystick fire or spacebar, disable auto fire, restart with run stop. You can leave the screen in every direction or be teleported to the other side of the screen. Your score is your life energy. You start with 0 points. When you kill an enemy, you gain points. If an enemy hits you, you lose points. Level 6 is different. Soundtrack will be released in the near future on limited edition vinyl only. Congratulations on a new C64 shimming up. Have fun playing. So as this is cartridge only and there is no emulator image available, I will have to try and play the game on the original hardware for you to show you what it's like, which might be a little tricky. Keep watching. Welcome to this video of mono running on real Commodore 64 hardware. You can hear the title music playing right now. So let's jump into the game. Control the fighter. As you can see, there are animated backgrounds. Waves of enemies come down the screen at you, and your score scrolls by on the left hand side. Taking hits reduces your score, shooting enemies increases it, picking up the power-ups increases the strength of your firepower, which will then decrease as you lose energy. You can hold fire for an auto fire effect. So you see level 1 has this background of stripy lines, which is quite a nice effect. There's several different enemy types. You see there I took a hit and lost my power up. Another thing worth pointing out is the screen for the player wraps around as well as the enemies, so you can move left, right, up and down. We're now at a tougher wave here. So taking hits. Doesn't take long to learn the attack patterns. And that was the end of the first level with its wave of enemies. Level 2 scrolls into view. With its cubist background and a different set of enemies. Some of the attack patterns are quite good. The enemies swirl in and out rather than just coming in straight lines. Pick up the power up again. Now, I mentioned in the first half with the unboxing video there had been some controversy about the pricing of the game and what you get for your money. To my mind, the box and the extras are well produced. The etching on the cartridge is a nice touch, and you can see where they have spent some of that money. It's also worth remembering that these cartridge games are never going to be produced in huge numbers, so there's no possibility to get a bulk discount when you're buying items like plastic game cases or getting a little mono badge created. So that also adds to the cost. This is the end of level 2 wave. There's a piece of music for each level. This is the bubble level, level 3. And we see once again the enemies change to match the background type. Careless hit there, shouldn't have got so close. So power up. The scrolling itself is pretty smooth. I've only noticed the occasional flicker. And in the run-up to release, a lot was made about the innovative score system, and as you can see, it is different in that instead of having lives, you have an energy counter, and that energy counter is increased by scoring, decreased by doing badly. The explosion effects are quite nice too, but again, the issue is they are a bit samey. Now here we have a nice swooping, swirling end of level wave. Got too close to the top of the screen there. The energy system means it's possibly less challenging than if it had straightforward lives. This is one of my favourite backgrounds, the ROM chip background. So looking like a circuit board, and as you can see the enemies change again. These homing bullets are quite tricky to avoid. Definitely one of the more challenging moments. The key issue though has been how much game you get for your money. There are just 6 levels, and as you'll probably see from this video, you can get through that in 15 minutes. I completed it on my second go, although that first time I didn't get a very high score at the end, and you'll see why when we reach that level. Now this I do like. Chips shooting 1s and 0s binary, and even though it's just a simple touch labelling one 6510 after the processor in the Commodore 64 adds to the atmosphere. So that's level 4 complete. We're moving on to level 5. Again, another nice idea for the background. Image scrolling by. Well, there is a little bit of disconnect between the enemies in the background because they are different. Problem with the priority there. Yellow power up on a yellow pyramid, not ideal. We'll see how the enemy behaviour changed a little. On different levels, some home in, some swirl in, some fly down in pairs really quickly. That was lucky that I stopped that one. Sneaky shot from behind there. So we're coming up to the end of level. There's another one I like. Enemy shooting rain and thunder. I suppose it's lightning really, it's a lightning bolt. But it is quite easy to get past that one. So this is level 6, the last level, and the difference here is these areas of arrows reduce your score if you run into them, which adds a lot of difficulty to the level. So it becomes more about finding a path rather than just shooting. As you can see, my score has gone down really quickly. And again, not the best placement of a power up, seems to be fairly random. Took quite a bit of damage from that enemy with the homing bullets. There's a power up I can grab easily. A little bit of flicker there with lots of objects on screen. So here's the And again, bad guy. So that's it. The end of mono. The video's been running 12 minutes. Thank you for saving the universe. Your score 249, which is similar to when I last completed it. Here we're standing now with no words left to say. Well, I will say a few more words. Mono isn't the greatest game for the Commodore 64. It's fairly average in what it does. As a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up, there are better about. However, I will say that it's been nicely put together, nicely produced. And if you want a unique looking cartridge for a collection, you should add it to yours. Keep watching the Scene World channel for more retro unboxing, interviews and reviews.